In New York, former President Donald Trump's criminal trial continues this morning. A former attorney for adult film actor Stormy Daniels testified Thursday about money she received to stay quiet about an alleged sexual encounter with Trump. He denies all the allegations against him. So joining me now again in Studio 57 is CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates. All right, Graham, bring us up to speed. It looks like the testimony is inching a little closer to the former president. What happened in court?
So yesterday we heard first the end of testimony from Keith Davidson. He's the former attorney to Stormy Daniels, who's at the center of this whole thing. And one of the things that he listened to and the jury got to listen to was a recording that he described as surreptitious, made by Michael Cohen, Trump's former attorney, of a conversation with Keith Davidson. And in the recording, Michael Cohen tells Davidson that Trump hated having to do this deal with Stormy Daniels, in which Cohen paid Daniels in order to not tell a story about an alleged sexual encounter.
He hated
with
having
Trump.
to pay her off.
Yeah, that's what Cohen said
saying,
in the
right.
recording. Yeah,
okay.
While speaking to Davidson.
Okay.
But there was actually a second recording that we heard from the next witness, who was from the district attorney's office. It was someone who had analyzed Michael Cohen's phone. They had taken it as evidence and poured through it. And this was actually a recording, also apparently surreptitious, of a conversation between Cohen and Trump himself during the 2016 presidential campaign.
Whoa.
And in that one, Cohen is describing the effort to pay off another person, a former model named Cohen McDougal. And Trump is kind of expressing kind of an intimate knowledge of it. He's saying, how much is this going to cost? $150,000, which is in fact the amount that McDougal got paid by a publication, not Cohen. So it was an illuminating day.
Yeah, definitely. So how did the defense handle Keith Davidson's testimony, though?
So they really poured into his past. He's a lawyer who has represented kind of a lot of famous people. He's done a lot of these non-disclosure agreements. And they brought up a lot of his former clients or deals that he's been involved with, whether it was people making claims against Charlie Sheen or an issue with Hulk Hogan. And they asked him, what you're doing where you're bringing up incriminating information about people and asking for money, is that extortion? And they had some heated exchanges over whether he was on the right side of the law, or they were kind of insinuating that there was more to it. And he was really battling back, saying, I'm not the one who's ever been charged with that.
Oh, so fascinating. Okay, so then today, what can we expect?
This DA forensic investigator is still on the stand. He's still discussing Michael Cohen's cell phones. He's under cross-examination now by Trump's attorneys, who are trying to kind of poke holes in the way evidence is collected. If someone else has touched the phone first, is it possible that the evidence you're getting isn't exactly pure? That kind of thing. Just kind of trying to hit at the way evidence is collected.
I mean, the characters, Graham. They're all quite interesting, for sure. You could make a musical out of this or something like that if one was so inclined.
I'm not saying I'm working on one.
Right. Graham Cates, thank you so much.
Thank you.